Hey amigos, you know what this is? Bet you do. If you love pina coladas, I like a pina colada. Then you might gotta have piñas, and this is the top of a pineapple. Actually, these grew off the side of the pineapple. These are all called hijos, but it's also pretty much exactly the same to the top of the pineapple. Difference is, these ones you pick from the side of the pineapple when they're growing, and they'll fruit in about 1 year. So these will fruit faster. If you plant a top, which we have planted some, in fact, all the piñas I have were planted originally from tops, just from piñas that we ate. It takes about 2 years for those to fruit. So one of the things that grows really well here, and we're totally blessed, is pineapples. So I'm going to show you how to plant them, because pretend this is the top of the pineapple. You pull this off, and you see this part? You just want to start taking off these little leaves. You want to expose some of the well, this is where the roots will grow out of, some of the stalk here. And it's pokey, so be careful. Particularly pokey right now. And you want to just expose it for a little bit until you see a good yellow, and it's kind of an interesting, like, ringed thing. I'm sure there's an official scientific name for it, but I don't know what it is. And yeah, this is pretty good. There we go. And so you see that? You can see that yellow kind of rings here. And from there, the roots will grow out of there. And they're actually, their pineapples are originally epiphytes. So they were air plants. They've adapted to grow into the soil. So they don't need a lot of soil, and they do like it fairly dry. But they like water to produce. When the pineapple's growing, they want water. So they'll do really well here in the dry season, though. So here we are. We've been, if you want to show the field that we've got this area, and we're planting it pretty thick. One thing you want to consider with pineapples is always that when they grow up, they get really kind of big, actually. So they'll actually probably end up being about this big, each one. And so you want to plant them they work good as barriers, because they're super pokey, and you don't want to go climbing over a hedge of pineapples. So this area is kind of our border. This is our neighbor's property, and it's just a little garden bed that we made. And so we're planting it pretty thick, and you can plant them pretty thick, and they'll just kind of grow, and they'll just kind of become like a hedge of piñas. And really all you got to do is just stick it in the ground a little bit, and because they're, like I said, they're epiphytes. So they're going to grow, or bromeliads. That's what they are, bromeliads. So, anyways, that's it. You get some piña tops, collect them, save them up. They stay good for a while even. Like, you don't have to plant them immediately. I've had these sitting around for a week or two, and just as long as they don't get super dry, and plant them. Find a good spot, stick them in the earth, and in a year, well, from the hijos in a year, from the tops in 2 years. So we'll have plenty piña and piña colada. Have a beautiful day. Pura vida.